Hey, how you going?
I'm well, thank you.
That's good. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Annika, you're also new here to Toongabbie. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and your family?
Yeah. So I live at home with my mum and my dad, and I'm the eldest of 4 kids, and I think they're great. They're pretty hilarious. So yeah,
That's
that's
good.
my family. Yeah.
Excellent. And how old are you?
Oh, I'm 21. Yeah. Yeah. And so the kids in my family range from 21 to 13. So yeah.
Great. And so what have you been doing, I guess, the past couple of years? And now what are you're doing something called Ministry Training Strategy, or MTS. What is that, and what's that going to look like for the next few years?
Yeah. So when I finished high school, I deferred some uni offers and thought, I'll do like a little bit of ministry first. And so I did that for a year. And then I worked out that actually the best thing you can be doing with your life is telling people about Jesus. So I just kind of have not done the uni thing, and I've just kept going with ministry, which I've been loving. So for the past couple of years, I've been working with Cru, an organisation doing Christian school camps. So I've had the opportunity to share the gospel with lots of kids and have been loving it. And so now I'm doing the ministry training strategy with Toongabbie, which is very exciting because that means that I'm going to be under the training of Rachel, doing lots of kids ministry and some youth ministry and hopefully some other stuff as well. And while I'm doing that, I'm also studying part-time at Moore College as well. I basically just want to be as well equipped as possible to handle God's word because I think it's the best. And yeah, I'm really excited to learn more from it and learn how to teach it. So yeah, I'm really keen.
Brilliant. So you say that God's word is the best thing you can do with your life is tell people about Jesus. Could you just give us a bit of an idea of how you came to follow Jesus?
Yeah, for sure. So I think my parents are both Christians. I would not say that I've always been a Christian though, because I can definitely remember a time in my life where I thought that Jesus loved me just because I was awesome. He doesn't. That's not how that works. But yeah, so like my dad's a minister as well. We're a ministry family, and that comes with a couple of huge blessings, right? One thing is that for like our whole lives, me and my siblings, we've always had people praying for us, and so I think it's really largely due to God's faithfulness in answering those prayers that there's never been a day when we haven't known that Jesus loved us. Also, though, growing up in a ministry family has taught me that Jesus is someone who you take seriously, right? Like you make your whole life about him and you make sacrifices for him, which is really huge. And so God's used different events throughout my life to kind of show me his grace and his beauty and his character. But yeah, I've always kind of grown up knowing those things, which is a massive blessing. Yeah, it's really cool.
Great, thanks for sharing. I'm pretty sure that we here are going to think you are awesome, but it's great that God's love is not dependent on our awesomeness. That's fantastic.
That's right.
So a lot of people might know here already that Rach, your trainer, is an MTS graduate.
Oh, good,
Yeah, which is great. My wife Lisa here did MTS as well. But they're both from this church.
Yeah.
What made you decide to do MTS here instead of at Quakers Hill?
So partly I wanted to be trained by someone other than my father. Also, though, I've been at my church at my old church for 18 years, right? That's sort of like where I came to know Jesus, right, which is awesome. I was really, really keen to go somewhere else where I was confident that the teaching and the leadership was pretty great. I was really just keen to see how God is working in, 15 minutes away from my church. But yeah, just keen to see God working in like a slightly different context and learn from different people. I'm really excited by the ministry that I've seen come out of this church, and so I'm really pumped to be part of that.
Awesome. Well, we're really pumped to have you here. Thanks for joining us, Annika. How can we support you and pray for you as you begin MTS?
Yeah, so there are a couple of things. MTS relies really heavily on support from the church community, right? And so the first thing, like you've mentioned, is obviously prayer. That's going to be the biggest thing for me and for my relationship with God and my growth. It's going to be, if you can support me through prayer, that would be fantastic. If you could let us know, I've got, I'll send out prayer email updates, and I've got a Facebook group called Prayer Power Rangers. Actually, it's pretty fun.
Awesome.
That'll keep you up to date on ways you can be praying for me. So that's probably the biggest thing. Also, though, if you would consider supporting me financially as well, that also is really valuable to me during this time. And so, if you'd like to find out more about those things, like the video said, at my old church at Quakers Hill, I'll be having like a support raising night where you'll get to know me a little bit more. Murray and Rachel will let you know what's going on as well, and we'll have some food, and you'll get to find out what's happening and how you can support me. So it'd be fantastic if you could make it to that, even though I don't know you yet. I'd really love to get to know you really quickly, and that is one way that we can get started on that. Yeah.
Brilliant. Looking forward to that. Thanks, Annika.